Right, we didn't do these, did we? Okay.
No.
All right, a mine of information. Positive or negative?
Positive.
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 Information. Yeah, that's a good one there. Has lots of get up and go. No? Shaking your head, Daniel.
No.
Tanya? No,
Positive.
positive. What's it mean?
Have a lot of work to do.
Well,
To be overloaded.
no, it's nothing to do with being overloaded. You have to say this about Alma. She's got lots of get up and go. Give me one word for it.
Initiative.
Could be initiative. Yeah, it could be initiative. Energy. Okay, get up and go. And I like initiative used there as well. She's got lots of energy. She's got lots of energy. It sums up quite a lot of things. You know, she'll when he decides to do something, he's got lots of get up and go. So initiative could come into it. Initiative, energy, enthusiasm. It's a very positive one. So yeah. A whiz kid. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Positive. Yeah, that Samuel is quite a whiz kid. He's doing well in English. He's doing well in English and in German. That Maria, she's quite a whiz kid when it comes to cooking. Now she's got her own family restaurant. She cooks up some. Okay, it's but it's usually. It's not just used about younger people. It tends to be, okay. It tends to be used about young, upcoming people. Right, whiskey. Plenty of strings to his or her bow.
Positive.
Positive.
Meaning,
Positive.
what does it mean?
A lot of opportunities.
A lot of talents.
A lot of talent. Who said a lot of opportunities? Sorry,
Maria.
Maria. Sorry, you're there. Why opportunities?
Because when you have to do something, you have more choices.
It doesn't mean opportunities. No, it's not. It doesn't mean that. Expand on what you mean, Daniel.
Well, if you have plenty of strings to your bow, maybe you can function in different roles when it comes to work. For instance, you can be a teacher.
Yeah.
You can also be an actor, because that comes together very often. You can also be an author, write plays or write books, or you can be a reviewer. You can review books and plays. You can work as a secretary, and so you have a lot of different talents and possibilities.
Thank you, Daniel. You've just more or less described me. And
So you're versatile.
very good, Samuel. You're versatile, okay? Because I am a teacher. I do act, as you know, I've done amateur acting. I do creative writing. I don't.
You're a singer. You're also.
I am a singer. Yes, I sing. I do songs a lot in class. not just with children, you know, getting meanings from the lyrics. So yeah, I've got a lot of strings to my bow. Teachers often do, but it could be something completely different. You know, it could be he's an author. He also loves carpentry. Would you believe he loves carpentry? And he's also a good cook. Okay,
So,
we often relate it to work kind of things. So it has lots of different interests, or as Daniel said, different talents. So not, as you said, Maria, it's not opportunities. Okay, it's talents.
So this is
There is-
similar to a man of many parts.
Who was that? Was that you, Kate?
Yes.
A man of many parts.
It's like horse around. If we speak about kids, yeah, they often do.
Yeah, they play the fool, and adults can play the fool as well.
Yeah, the adults as well.
With kids, okay. If you is it negative or positive?
Negative because it's annoying.
Yes, it is.
Or they just play fool like they do not understand something, or just they can horse around and just cannot stop when you ask them. So it can be rather annoying.
Very good, Tanya. Especially if it's an adult, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always playing the fool. Sometimes it's funny, and other times it's irritating. It can be irritating. You could say to someone who doesn't understand, "Oh, come on, for God's sake, Daniel, stop playing the fool." You know, of course, you know. Now, if you listen to me, you do know this. Stop playing the fool. Be careful who you say it to. You're more likely to say that to a friend. God, stop playing the fool. Of course, you know. Okay.
You can use play up too, can't you?
You can use play up instead of playing the fool in that sense, yes. But you use play up usually with children. Okay, they're playing up. He's playing up. He doesn't want to go to bed. She doesn't want to go to bed. So, oh God. Sorry, I can't come out at the moment. The kids are playing up. They're being naughty. Damn it! Oh God, my computer's playing up. Right? So it's not just about children. Again, we're going off the subject of people. The computer's playing up. All right.
So it's acting up.
Sorry, and acting up. And is that what you said? Acting up.
Yeah.
Super, acting up. My computer's playing up. It's acting up. My mouse is not working because I've got a mouse. I don't like using the keypad or something. Or I've lost memory. This is always happening. It's playing up. Okay, so play the fool. Right, let's go down. Look out for number 1. Negative?
Which one?
Look out for number 1.
I didn't know the expression.
Do you think it sounds positive or negative? Anyone know the expression?
It sounds
Is
negative.
it negative that you want to be always the best?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Selfish. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, trust him to do that. He always looks out for number 1. Okay. He just thinks of himself, or she just thinks of herself. Yeah, I I'm not surprised she said that. I can't think of an example now, but yeah, she's offered to give him a lift. Well, yeah, she'll get something out of it. She always looks out for number one. Okay.
Steve, what is the innuendo? Does the person try to be the number one, or is the person looking to get the best
They're
things?
slightly different, actually. To try to be the number one is to try to be the most important. Okay, she always wants it. Every meeting she always wants to be the number one. She has the most to say. She wants to be the most important.
Okay, so here look out for number one is trying to get the best of a situation in one ounce advantage.
She always wants to be the number one. She wants to put herself forward. She wants to be the leader. To look out for number one is to look out for your own interests.
Okay.
Okay, it's to look after your own interests,
I've got it.
even though it is to the detriment. I'm giving you another word here, to the detriment of others. Detriment. I better put that into chat.
Like to be detrimental, to cause something to
I've just seen horse around, Samuel. Yes, that was good. Okay.
worsen, detriment.
Say it again, Samuel. Detriment, please. Go on again.
Oh, is it like when something causes a particular situation to get worsened, not to be right?
Yeah, it's hard explaining that. It's easier to explain the adjective, actually. The adjective. There we are. The adjective is detrimental. It's easy to explain the detrimental. If something is detrimental, it means it worsens. Eating it's not true. Eating fish is detrimental to my condition. Not true. Okay. Going out in that cold weather without a jacket is detrimental for your health. Watching too much television instead of studying is detrimental for your studies. So you do something and it's at the detriment. So if you're looking out for number one, it could be at the detriment to others. She looks out for number one, and in doing so, her actions are detrimental to others. Does that make sense? I'm getting a bit. This really is kind of proficiency stuff here. Do you understand it, Samuel? Daniel, you okay?
Yeah.
With it? Kate?
Missing your lessons would be very detrimental for our possibilities to pass the CAE exam.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. You creep. Do you remember? You said, Daniel, missing your lessons would be detrimental to our passing the exam. We used this last week. I said, thank you, Daniel. You creep. Samuel's laughing. He remembers what it means. Go on, Samuel.
Yeah.
Explain what I meant.
He mean I'm just an ass licker.
Yes, that's what it means. Okay, all right. Okay, it's no use you arse licking, Daniel. You are not going to get preferential treatment. Remember, Kate? Right. Okay. You're all laughing last week when we did it. Let me find chat.
You could also say boot licking.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's great. Okay, now that's a much politer way of saying it. He's a boot licker. Okay, I did. The other one was arse licker, which I think what Sammy was saying.
A little bit rude.
If you're a boot licker, you are licking someone's boots. It's to be nice to them for favors. All right, so you're a boot licker. So they're being a creep, they're being nice, they're being servile. So Daniel said, missing my lessons would be detrimental. And so I joked, having told him he was a creep last time in doing this, I was okay. I said, this is a British sense of humor, all right. It's being insulting to people, but you mean it jokingly. I said, thank you, Daniel, you creep. Okay. Oh, I could
look how he treats you when you try to be kind to him.
That's right. Yeah. I could have said, thank you, Daniel, you boot licker.
Can we say brown nose?
Yes, Maria. I wasn't going to say that again. I'm glad you say it. I didn't want to sound vulgar again. Okay. All right. You know what vulgar means?
Yes. I put apple polisher.
You could what?
Apple polisher.
Apple.
Yeah.
Apple polisher.
Polisher is. I think it's I learned it as an idiom to say like you want to make a good impression to somebody.
Is that what you're saying? Apple poacher?
No, polisher. I mean, you want to make it like
apple polisher. All right. Sorry, apple polisher.
Yes, you wanted to make all the apple all shiny, and then you give it to somebody, no?
You know, that does exist, and I've never heard it used.
Mm.
It must be very old-fashioned. It's kind of out of date, basically. But yeah, apple polisher. Yeah, perhaps I do come across it now and again. Yeah, apple, very good. Go. I don't know where you got that from.
No, I can remember the polite expression for it, and that's to curry favor with somebody.
Very good. Okay. That's excellent. You come up with all these obscure ones, verb, but you curry favor. You do something, and this is an excellent expression, actually. Well done. You curry favor with someone. So Daniel was you curry favor with the teacher to get good marks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that really is, yeah, that's a super one. Yeah, so you'd be able to use that if you were having an interview for Cambridge Advanced.
Sorry, negative, it means obsessed with love, or what does it mean?
It means cheating.
Cheating. Thank you.
Cheater, yeah.
Is a cheater. Okay. A loose cannon.
Somebody who cannot be controlled and doesn't have any self-control as well.
Yes, is a loose cannon. I wouldn't give him the job. He's a loose cannon. You know, he'll do whatever he wants. He can't be controlled. Very good, Alma. A wet blanket.
Negative.
Positive.
Negative.
Negative.
Who said positive?
I did. There's a person who can you can share your problems with him, and he can support, listen to you at least.
Where did you get that idea from, Tanya?
From the book, I guess. I don't remember.
No, it's rather someone very serious. You don't want to be with a wet blanket on the party because it will be totally boring. The party because he's very serious, so it could be very boring there.
Yes, I come back to you, Tanya, in a minute, because I don't know where you got yours from. If you're a wet blanket, you'd say, "Oh, come on, we're all going out. Oh, isn't the snow beautiful? Let's go out and make a snowman. Let's go out and have a snowball fight." Oh no, oh, it's cold. I want to stay in here. Oh, don't be such a wet blanket. Okay. Yes, someone said serious. It's serious and not up to fun at a party. I don't want to go to the party. No, all those people, all that. No. Oh, don't be such a wet blanket. So it's not a compliment. I'm wondering, Tanya, where you got your idea from. You thought it meant somewhere you could turn to, for example.
Yeah, maybe I got it wrong. So I got it definitely from the book and the way I was reading. So I understood it like was a person to support. So it was a person they could tell him like the problems, and he tried to support. It was something like that. Maybe I got it wrong, or it was.
You have.
You've
got the context. I mean, I can't think of anything using blanket about a person. The only thing which I can think of is comfort blanket, but that's not about a person. Children have a comfort blanket.
So it means a weak person, yeah? So doesn't want to do something.
He doesn't want to do something.
Right?
The killjoy, no? They say killjoy.
Yeah, a bit of a killjoy. Very good.
Killjoy.
That's a good one as well. A killjoy. Yeah, great.
Well, I've got a lot of them because I read a lot of novels like Party Pooper, Debbie Downer.
I don't know what the second one. Party Pooper. Yeah, good. What was the other one?
Debbie Downer.
Deadbeat Downer.
Debbie Downer. I'll write it for you. Because it comes from a TV program. Debbie.
I've never heard of that. Debbie Downer.
Because she's it's a character from it's a Saturday Night Live, and she was known for acting as like a party pooper in every occasion.
Is that America? American?
Yeah, yes.
Maybe they just call her that. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, if it was you, call you Alma Downer, but because it's alliteration, it works with Debbie Downer. No, that's not unless it's American.
It's American. It's a slang.
It's American. I've never heard of it. You say that. Yeah. Who found that?
I did.
Okay. Yeah. It's American. I've never heard of it. So that shows the difference between American and English idioms, because it's relating to an American TV program, which I've never heard of. So I wouldn't know what a Debbie Downer was. I probably figure it out because of the context that you used it. Okay. You know, now she won't come, so she's such a Debbie Downer. So I would, I might guess, but I've never heard. Right. Footloose and fancy free. Nothing troubles you. You're footloose and troubles him. He's footloose and fancy free. He doesn't take life seriously. You know, I wouldn't appoint him. I wouldn't give him the job. He's footloose and fancy free. Jim will never settle down. He'll never find a nice girl and settle down. He's too footloose and fancy free. He's happy-go-lucky. Yes, that's another good one, actually. Okay. They're very close. Happy-go-lucky. Hyphenated. Okay. Happy-go-lucky. Footloose and fancy free is a little bit stronger, but there's a nuance in it. Yeah, but good, Daniel. They're very, very, very close. You know, yeah, you know, a lot of these, Daniel, these little phrases. Okay, well done. Charming, generous, quick-tempered, imaginative, positive, charming, generous, quick-tempered, obviously negative, opportunistic. Did we do that before?
No, but that must be negative.
Yes. Well, I'm not saying it must be negative.
Well, not always.
Not always. Yeah.
No.
Always.
I guess you can take advantage of an opportunity.
That's right.
Without doing any harm to anybody.
You can indeed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can indeed. Okay. Methodical. Methodical.
That's positive.
That's positive. You pay attention to detail. Conscientious.
Positive.
Positive.
Negative.
Negative. Usually talk about a man being chauvinistic. A born leader. Positive, of course. Tends to get carried away. Negative or?
Negative.
It's not so negative. It can be, yeah, it is negative to some extent, but it's not always used so negative. He gets carried away when telling a story.
I didn't know that.
Sorry?
I didn't know that. You can get carried away when telling a story.
When telling a story, yeah.
I didn't know this use.
So what do you think to get carried away means then?
Too excited.
Too excited, yes. But it's not ultra negative, okay?
In a party, if you get carried away, you start dancing on the table.
Yeah, you do, okay?
That's positive.
Look at Daniel. Daniel's got carried away again. He's dancing on the table. It's always the same, every party. So it's not so negative. Oh, look at Tanya. She's got carried away. She's swinging from the chandeliers. You know what a chandelier is, don't you?
Yeah.
She's swinging from the chandelier. She does it every single party. Okay. She's knocking back the vodka again, that Tanya. She's got carried away. Do you drink vodka, Tanya?
No, that's why I imagine if I do, so maybe I'll experience something like this.
So what you can say, Tanya, is that is just not me. Okay?
Yeah.
Just or you could say that is, it's got bad grammar, but you say that is so not me. It is so not me. Okay. Because
me thinks you just protest too much.
Nearly, Daniel. Okay. That is so not me, because you may be a little bit shy. And what Daniel is saying there and I'm sure this probably comes from Shakespeare, but I don't know. Methinks thou protest too much, or methinks the lady protesteth too much. Methinks, methinks, Old English, methinks she, I think it's say the lady. I don't know. I don't know what. I can't remember what it comes from. It's probably Shakespeare.
It comes from Hamlet.
Is it? Okay. Is it
Yeah.
from Hamlet? Okay, thank you. I'm just something else. So it's probably talking about Ophelia. It's probably Hamlet talking about Ophelia then.
No, it's curiously, that's the queen. I think her name was Gertrudis or something like that.
It's Gertrude.
Gertrude. And she says that about a lady who said that she had nothing to do with something. And so Gertrude says, methinks the lady does protest too much.
Very good. Wow.
Well, that's just
a round of applause.
no. That's sheer luck, because I read about that 2 days ago. So
Okay. Yeah.
Luck.
I was doing something on Shakespeare as well. I didn't see that one. So we'd say a round of applause.
No, please not.
A big.
I'll get as red as a beetroot.
You get what?
I'll get as red as a beetroot.
Go. All right. I'll go. Yeah. I'll go as red as a beetroot. I'll go as red as a beetroot. So, yeah. Methinks the lady doth protest too much. We're talking about poor Tanya. Yeah. She's protesting too much. So it's got used in different ways. I think you protest too much. Okay. So carried away. It's not always so negative. Not always so negative.
Can we say, with regards to children, that children get carried away?
The children often get carried away. Yeah. When they have a party together, they get carried away playing something. I can get carried away sometimes when I like singing. I can get a bit carried away sometimes. Sometimes go a little bit over the top. Over the top. Right. If you go over the top, you overdo something. Okay. Let's not get into over the top. That's another one. So get carried away. Rebellious. Kids often rebellious. All right. So, but you tend to think of it as negative. Depends who's being rebellious. Diligent, hardworking. He worked. The noun is diligence. Independent. Let's get this one. Placid.
Calm, quiet.
Yeah, placid, calm. What is the verb from placid? Someone who is, you've got a person who's angry with you, angry about something, and you want to calm, you could say you want to calm him down. So, do you know what the verb would be?
Pacify?
Sorry? Placify?
No, pacify.
Yeah, but that doesn't come from placid. To pacify
No,
is good.
indeed.
Okay, it's placate.
Oh, yes. Placate.
Okay. Do you need it written down? Have you got that? Placate, to placate. I often have to placate Tanya when she shouts at me. I'm picking on Tanya now because that would be so unlike Tanya, because she's so gentle. I can't imagine her ever shouting at anyone. True, Tanya. It is, isn't it? She's so nice and sweet. She'd never shout at anyone, so I'd never have to placate.
Yeah, I try to do my best.
You always ready to complain, I know. He's a real moaner. Moan, M-O-A-N-E-R. Moaner. Okay, he's a real moaner. He's always moaning. Witty, magnetic personality. I know we've done.
Oh.
Okay. This is often used. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. I like her. She's good company. She's good company. Okay. It's just she's a joy to be around. She's good to have around. She's good company. So yes, it's not even an idiom, really. It's like a collocation. She's good company. You are all good company. I can truthfully say about that about you all. You know, you're good company. You're a good crowd. You're a good bunch. You're good company. Okay, you're good company. Enjoy being with someone. It's good company. Distrustful. Okay, distrustful. Yeah, with opposite of trust. You know, it's trustful. Don't be trusting. Oops. Industrious we did. Diligent. Shrewd.
Negative.
Positive.
Maria, what do you think?
Shrewd? I don't know.
Kate, do you know it? Tanya?
I have no idea.
All right. Samuel, explain your interpretation of it. What do you think?
Someone intelligent and really quick-witted, I guess.
Daniel?
Somebody, a person who is intelligent indeed, but who will use their intelligence borderline to advance their own agenda. A little bit sly too.
Yeah, it can be used in either way, actually. Okay. So it's one of those that it depends on the context. Okay. He's a businessman can be very shrewd. Okay. It takes an opportunity to, and in talking about a businessman, it could be negative or it could be positive. It depends on what methods he uses. Okay. So shrewd, intelligent, intuitive. Okay. It suggests some intuition is used. All right. So shrewd, it can be either way. I think I've got definitions of all these later to look at. Supportive, yeah. Positive, yeah. And extravagant, we did the other day.
Yeah.
Extravagant did the other day. All right, that's 2 hours, folks. We still haven't finished.